Hi, I'm Devin Long,
I'm Jack Berry.
And Lily McDaniel.
and this is the Economics News.
On November 29, 2012, New York City's minimum wage citizens filled the streets protesting the Fight for 15 movement. This consisted of raising minimum wage to $15 in the state of New York. Just this past month, the New York legislative branch passed a plan that would raise minimum wage to $15 by 2018 in New York City and $12.50 for other areas of the state. Many economists have worried that this will hurt employers, decreasing their product and forcing their hand to hire less workers, most of which would be low-skilled.
Economist Bob Samuelson predicts that job losses would mount and some companies would become unprofitable and shrink.
Rigging emission exams has not ended well for the company Volkswagen. The company lost around $18.2 billion, and their sales have gone down 2% because a recent scandal revealed that the CEO of Volkswagen fixed the emission exams in order to make their car look better on the market. Along with the company, many of their high-paid CEOs are losing a huge chunk of their salary, if not their jobs, even though most claimed they had nothing to do with it. It slashed its dividends to 13 cents per share, which is a huge jump from $5.86 per share last year. The scandal has wiped out more than a quarter of Volkswagen's stock market value and cost investors millions. So, if you're investing in Volkswagen, you're screwed. And if you're driving a Volkswagen, you are also screwed.
In other news, union workers at Snooks have been suffering a tough break. At an April 4th meeting, several Snooks union workers learned that they were being laid off because of the new distribution center that is being erected in Kinloch. The secretary of Teamster Local 688, Mike Goebel, was informed that 190 union workers were losing their jobs and was outraged because this is what they've been fighting against for the past dozen years. Snooks chairman Todd Schnook replied, "Transitions like this are difficult for any organization, and we are no different. This was carefully considered, and we believe further positions Snooks for growth." Unlike the New York City minimum wage citizens, the Snooks workers weren't as successful.
I think the Snooks workers have it hard. Many middle-class people are finding their way to the streets and finding a new way to cope with life. Throughout the country, many manufacturing jobs have been decreasing, leading to many people without jobs. It is also hard to find jobs that pay the same as these other jobs. Normally they have to settle for less. Many have to find odd-end jobs making minimum wage. This is especially hard for people in their 50s who have spent most of their life working blue-collar jobs, now called unemployables. Many of these people hope for the lottery and continue to work odd-end jobs, hoping for a new change.
In very recent news, this past week Starbucks was sued yet again for the quality of their product. A woman, while drinking nice, refreshing iced coffee, came across a sudden realization that the Starbucks iced coffee had a little too much ice in it. Stacy Pincus and several other women filed a lawsuit because they believed they were buying half of the amount of product promised for the full price. The lawsuit was filed for $5 million and stated that the Starbucks was decreasing the amount of product in order to make a greater profit. Starbucks spokeswoman Jamie Riley stated, "If a customer is not satisfied with their beverage preparation, then we will gladly remake it." In other news, these women are being flown to a remote island where they will be given birth control and prohibited from producing any offspring.